Okay, so this is how I would usually draw a circle. So even though this is a very good looking circle, but okay, it's too big. Or should we just use the okay, so I'm going to use this version instead. So let me duplicate this. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I guess the smaller one is easier to see. So this is the smaller version and this is the bigger version. But since we cannot use the bigger version anymore, we definitely have to stick with the smaller version. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for the start button and our options, okay, we have to move it up so to give it equal amounts of spacing. 4, yep, so 4 pixels here and 4 pixels here. Okay, so that means okay, the spacing between these two has to be at, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. Okay. Okay, so for the keyboard version, we need to change that. So okay, maybe we shouldn't change it to be the same as the controller version. Or should we? Okay, let's see. Okay, options and escape. So currently there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Start and enter. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So this is the keyboard version. And this is the controller version. Okay. Okay, so next we'll need to export them, and Okay, bring them to the Unity game project. Oh. Hey, thanks, man. Okay. So let's see, what do we need for the width and height? Okay, so let's start with the keyboard version. Okay, so for the height, we'll need maybe 64. Okay, let's see if we use it for the same. No. Okay, let's try 72. Okay, so for the height we'll use 72, and for the width let's try 196. Okay, let's do big. Okay, let's try 184. Okay, we'll stick with 184 and 72. Okay. 184 and 72. So what I'm going to do here is to move the keyboard and the controller version and align both of them together. So when they change from the keyboard to the controller version, only the left will seem to change, but not the right. Okay. Oh. Okay, so that means our controller change. Okay, this needs to move down by 1 pixel. Okay. Yep. Okay, so now we can move both of them over to our new image. Over here. Three. Okay. 1. Okay, 5 pixels and 5 pixels left. Okay. So now we are in the center of the document. So let's save this as okay, so this is the keyboard version. So we will use the same name here for the keyboard version, and let's call it word underscore change selection enter. Okay. and this will be the controller version. Okay, underscore controller. Oops. Okay, so let's put a new here. Item names in an array. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you are asking for the hybrid RPG that you are currently creating. So that means that I'm also going to assume that you have quite a number of items, equipments, potions, things like those. Okay, so that means that you will have a lot of items. If that's the case, then it might be a good idea to store them within a database. So when I'm saying that you might have a lot of items, okay, I'm talking about more than hundreds. Hey, hello there. Let's see. Hey, what's up, man? Thunder S. How's your day coming along? Okay, so we can now bring the two new exported images to Unity. So here and here. Okay. Okay, so we are finally back at Unity. So for this to 100 and 100. So change it to point, and this to 72. Oh, okay, so I guess my assumption was right. So at least from my perspective, 115 items is a lot, and as you were saying, it is just the beginning. Okay, so that means I'm going to assume again that you have more items planned in the near future. So that means that you might go into 200s, 300s, maybe even more. So at least from my perspective, it's a better idea to store them in a database instead of just an array. Okay, and if you were to store them in a database, which could be populated with data from an Excel file, it might be easier for you to edit the values of the items in the future if you want to change them for gameplay situations, or if you want to change the balance of the gameplay. Okay, it will be easier for you to edit the values from, say, maybe an Excel file, which you can then use to populate a database. Yeah, at least that's my perspective. So I hope that helped you in some way. Okay, so here remove this, and here I'm going to remove this. Okay, options. Okay, so these are our new text that we have just created. Oh, hey, I guess I could show you an Excel file that I used to use maybe 1 or 2 years ago for a mobile RPG that I created. Okay, so in Excel, okay, but I'll need to search for it, just give me a second. Okay, so in that mobile RPG that I created, okay, I have a list of items. Okay, data, and in that Excel file, items version 1.1, I think. 2014, 2012, 6. Okay, June. Okay, it should be this. Okay, so hopefully I can still remember what each column does. Okay, so as you can see here, I have about 100. Oh, I have about 260 items. Okay, so I have things such as the name, the description, the value or the number that we, or rather numbers for things such as the required level to use the item, the item's effect, maybe how we organize different types of items, like for example if it's a weapon, or if it's a shield, or if it's a potion, and maybe numbers such as the cost, or rather the amount of coins that you need to buy it, or how much you will get in return when you sell it. So things like those. Okay, so these are things that you can, or I should say it's easier for you to modify it here, and then just populate the database with the updated values here, and it's easier for you to do some gameplay balancing through analyzing the data here. And I guess that is especially important when you're talking about creating an RPG game, as the gameplay or the difficulty curve has to be kind of balanced and as you progress along the game. And that's where Excel can help you with a lot of graphs and things like that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Of course, ultimately, how you want to use your item list is totally up to you. So I'm also interested to see how you would go about doing it. So yeah, do let me know how you go about doing it, because it's interesting to hear about your perspective and yeah, because everyone is different. So I hope that helped you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so when we start the game, okay, before that, okay, let me go to the options manager. Oh, okay, it's on iOS only because that's what I started with. Okay, but I don't think you can find it on the Apple App Store anymore because or should I say, I have not continued my developer's license because I'm focusing on creating games for the desktop now. Okay, but if you are interested in maybe taking a look at the gameplay video, okay, you can go to my website and go to /games. Okay, and you can take a look at the gameplay video, and hopefully it will give you some inspiration, I guess. Okay, and the game's name is called Small Chronicles. Okay, so it's a turn-based strategy RPG, so something like, oh damn it, okay, I'm not sure if you can see this, but okay, there seems to be some issue with the screenshot script here on the website, but okay, let me just copy the link here. Copy image address. Oh. Okay, maybe I should just show you the press kit instead. Small Chronicles. Oh, okay. So we have the screenshot here. Okay, so this is a screenshot of it. So it's a turn-based strategy RPG. So as you can see, each stage is rather small in a 4x4 radius map. So you take turns moving here and there and defeating enemies. And in terms of items, okay, so this is the inventory system that I created for Small Chronicles. Okay, so we have things like what it does, the description and the level requirement to use. So it's just a simple inventory system. Oh, okay, so I guess you saw the game trailer. So yeah, it's one of the bigger projects that I took in one of the bigger games that I created in the past. But I guess I didn't do enough marketing for it. So it didn't do as well as expected. Yeah, but it was a good experience. And I kind of learned a lot from it. Okay, so now I'm just focused on creating games for the desktop. and more about creating that gameplay experience. Okay, which is why we are trying to create a consistent font design throughout the entire game. Okay, so let's go to our options manager. Oh. Hey, thanks for the encouragement. Of course, I'm going to do my best and work hard for that. Okay. So just for testing purposes, okay, I'm going to comment this line. Okay, this is what updates the game and detects if you have an Xbox One controller connected or not. Okay, so just for testing purposes. Okay, let me start the game and we'll take a look at the new font that we have just created. Okay, so we'll test the new text at the bottom of the character selection screen for both the keyboard and the Xbox One controller version. Okay, so if we have that down, then we can move on to creating the font for the option screen. Yes, this is my first PC release. PC, which is Windows, Mac and Linux. Okay, currently I'm using... Okay, so this is our new text here. Currently I'm using Colloquio, yeah, on the Mac for accessing the Twitch TV chat. Okay, it's free to use, so you can search for it and download it on your Mac if you're using a Mac.